I would say you have to start with much more cleaner thoughts, you know, because if you believe that all women are bad or that they're not loyal, then that's all that's going to come into your reality, first of all, you know. So that's a very toxic thought to think like that about women, you know. I would say also food. If you really want to become the best man that you can be, pay for organic food, right? Clean food, and try to stay away from alcohol and drugs, because these things confuse the body, confuse the mind. A lot of people don't actually realize that these things are very spiritual, you see. So obviously alcohol and a lot of drugs are really the essence, the distillation, the essence of a plant, right? And so alcohol in Arabic actually means al-ghul, which is ghost. Yeah, and we call them spirits, yeah, because they are. And depending on how you really feel at your core, it can accentuate. So if you're feeling really happy, maybe you just want a really big deal, and you've gone out and have a couple of drinks, it will accentuate that. But if you're not feeling very good, right, and you have a drink, then it will accentuate how, you know, those bad feelings. And in that state, certain demons can attach themselves to you and also encourage you to keep on with the behavior. This happens a lot with drugs too, right? You know, there's a lot of other different entities that you don't see, you know, that are not as physical. You know, they're physical to a degree, but they're not seen. And they will basically take you out of alignment. So when you're in that zone and you're, you know, let's say, for example, if you're drinking a lot of alcohol and doing drugs, that will cloud the magnetics for attracting a beautiful, loyal, clean woman. It isn't possible. You'll only mirror yourself. So if you're doing those things, then that's what you're going to get. And let's be honest, as a man, you don't really want that. Do you really want a woman that's chugging down alcohol? No, you don't. You have to be honest, because we know deep down in our subconscious, that woman possibly might be carrying our child in the future. I want my child to be carried in the healthiest body possible, because this is my DNA we're talking about here. We're not here to mess about. But if you are living that way, then you're not going to see it any better, you see? So then if you're already living that way, you're going to probably still attract a woman, but she will probably be behaving that way, you know? And you can't really say anything because you're not doing any better. You're not really a higher power. But when you are a man who is clean, you're probably not going to attract those types of women. They'll be attracted to you, right? But also they know that they can't deal with a man like that, who's that clean. But you are going to attract women who are clean, who don't drink, who don't do drugs, right? And then you've got the possibility then of having a more clean connection, right? So people are worried about loyalty, you know, another person, you know, fucking them over, so to speak, right? And you have to understand that there are scientific reasons that you just can't get around. Like, you know, you can't just speak over and just say, okay, I'm a loyal person, you know.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that, you know. Two people have to be clean. I don't want to speak too much on the women as such, because I believe that the man is responsible for everything. So this is a man's world. Whatever's happening outside in the physical world is a reflection of the man. So if we clean ourselves, we stop doing drugs, we stop drinking, we eat clean foods, right? Drink clean water supply, then it's fairly logical that you're going to be behaving in a much more cleaner fashion. So you are able to align better with God and become that higher force. And that will affect everything in your life. How you look, your business, right? Because once you become a higher force and you are cleaner, you know, you have that power. You want to take care. You want to protect. You want to solve problems more because you realize how powerful you are. Therefore, woman attracted to you, good woman, the best woman attracted to you.
So I really like this, and I want to throw an idea I've been playing around with at you. And also, I like to keep in mind kind of the triggers along the way here. So when people hear this, that it's a man's world, that's very triggering for a lot of women. Now, I've been playing around with this idea, and there's this great, I think I heard this years ago from, I think it was Tony Robbins.
Yeah.
And so men and women, I believe, spiritually absolutely equal on every playing field. And you said that it's like
that's not true.
That's not true. Yeah. Okay, maybe we dig into that. I'd want you to hit back at me. So let me throw this idea at you, and then please hit back. So what you kind of said, where it's a man's world, I fully agree. But I believe personally, from my experience, that women have a more they're much kind of deeper ingrained in emotion and the moment, and they have perhaps more spiritual access, comes more easily to them than we realize. So I believe this was a Tony Robbins quote. So if you're a man, be her mountain, nothing shakes you. If you're a woman, be his joy. Playfulness is the gift of life. The man is the rock, the woman is his joy. Joy is the playfulness of love.
Yes.
So the way I see like kind of relationships is, yes, the man is in charge of direction. He's in charge of where it's going. He's the leader. But the woman gives depth to the journey that the man doesn't even have access to, and he can't access without her. And that's her gift, is she's present and she just soaks up the moment and gives him the joy of the moment. When he's in that direction, she goes, yeah, look how, amazing all of this is. And it's playful, it's loving, that's the gift. It's light, it's beautiful. And that makes the journey just amazing.
Look at your face as you're describing it.
Yes.
That's how relationships are supposed to be.
And both are happier that way, right?
Exactly. Both are happy
that
way.